Alright, welcome to Unit 6, Lesson 6 of Math 7, or CUSD, distinguishing between two types of situations. Alright, so I'm not sure exactly what I'm booking me. I think for sure this first one is part of your cooldown, so I won't do that one, but I'll look at number 2, although I might be doing one I shouldn't do. We'll find out later. If I get in trouble, sorry about that. Alright, so it says write an equation for each story, and then find the number of problems originally assigned by each teacher. If you get stuck, draw a diagram. Okay, so the first one says 5 students came for after-school tutoring. Lynn's teacher assigned each of them the same number of problems to complete. We don't know how much that is, but they're the same number. Then he assigned each student 2 more problems. 30 problems were assigned in all. So 30 problems is the in all amount. Okay, we know 5 students came in. That becomes our group, our box. And we know what goes in the box, some number, and 2 more. So again, let you figure that one out here. Let's look at number 2. This one says 5 students came in. Priya's teacher assigned each of them the same number, whatever that is, to complete. Then she assigned 2 more practice problems to one of the students. Oh, that's different. 27 problems were assigned in all. Okay. So I know I have 5 boxes, right? Because there are 5 students. That's easy enough. Got that one there. Everyone gets the same number of problems. X, 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 and X. But then one person this time, not everybody, just one person got 2 more. We'll say this guy right there got 2 more. Altogether, there were 27. So when I take this equation and this tape diagram and make an equation, I have 4 groups of x, or 4x, plus the x plus 2 equals, and I could put in parentheses if I chose to, equals 27. Now these both have x's. What's in front of this x? There's actually a 1 there. So I can combine these because they have the same variable, x and x. So 4x plus 1x is actually 5x plus 2 equals 27. I subtract 2 from both sides. The 5x equals 25. We divide both sides by 5 and find out that x equals 25 divided by 5, 5. And we're set to go. Alright, and that's the idea with that one. 4, 5, 6, and 7 are done with an equation here and a story here. And we want to match the equation to the story. So you want to read them to see what they have. Notice that they each seem to have 16, 16, 16, and here's 16 over here. So 16 is in common for all of them. So we know they all are going to equal 16, which all of these do. So it's a question of what happens with the 16. So for 1, Jada gave 4 gumballs and some yellow ones to 2 friends. Okay, so what do we have here? We have 2 friends who each get 4 blue gumballs and some yellow. Do we know how much that is? Nope. We'll call it x. So we have 2 groups of 4 plus x. And where do you see that at? Well, I look over here. Here's x plus 4 and 2 groups. So this one matches that one right there. And that's really what we're going to be doing. This is the only one I'm going to connect for you, but let's read through the other ones. The next one says, she ate 4 gumballs and then split the rest among her friends. So, what do we know? She ate 4 and she split the rest among her 2 friends. So we're going to have 3 squares this time. 1 for her, which was 4. And the friends each got what? Whatever was left, but the same amount. So we have 4 and we have an x and an x. Now I don't see 4 plus x, but this is the same as 2 groups of x. So keep that in mind. For C, we see that she ate 2 and split the rest evenly among her 4 friends. Okay, so same idea. Here, she's going to eat 2 of them. That's her amount. And then for the 4 friends, 1, 2, 3, 4, they each get x. Right? So that's the idea. This becomes 2 and then 4 groups of x. So look for where do you see that at. And finally, Jada was making gift bags for her 4 friends. So 4 friends. Way to go, 4 friends. So they all have 4 friends. She put in 2 gumballs with some items in the bag. So we have 4 friends. 1, 2, 3, and 4. They have 2 with something else, 2 with something else, 2 with something else, and 2 with something else. So in this case here we have 4 groups of 2 plus x, and they all combine to make 16. So there's enough information there I've given you to help you find the matching equation, I hope. Alright, I'm going to skip number 8, let you do number 8 on your own, and look over here on the back side. We have a couple things here. These are ones you can solve, but let's just make sure we're doing it right. We're multiplying by decimals here. And remember, a negative times a negative is going to be a positive. So don't forget your positive sign. Here, a negative times a negative is going to be a negative times positive, sorry, a negative times positive is going to be a negative. So make sure you do that right. And again, this is just multiply. That's all that means. Don't flip it. That happens when we divide. This is just multiply. Don't get in a hurry. And here, a negative times a positive is also a negative, but do go ahead and solve it. This negative 9 is like thinking about negative 9 over 1 and multiply straight across. Alright, number 10. It says here are some prices customers pay for different items at a grocery store. Find the unit price per pound, or the price per pound. That is the price divided by the pound, price per pound. So, in our case here, if we were to make a table, right, price per pound, well, don't worry about that part really too much, but let's just see. If I had the price and I had the pounds, I can make a table here for the first one, and I see that for $8.85 it costs me 5 pounds for $8.85, right? Okay. Now if I'm asking for how much per pound, I want to know how much for 1 pound. Well, to go from 5 to 1, I'm dividing by 5. So I'm going to divide $8.85 by 5. And when I do that, I see that 5 goes into $8.85. It goes in there 1 time. We have the 3, bring down the 8, goes into 38, put decimal up 7 times. Bring a 3, bring down the 5, and it goes in there 7 times for 35. So the price per pound for the green apples is $1.77 per pound. I want to do the same thing for these ones. So here, if you notice, what did we do? We did $8.85 divided by 5 pounds. And for B, I have $17.88, and they gave me 4.5 pounds. Here I have 18, and 128 pounds. So do the same process of division for parts B and C. Number 11, Elena's adding some trim around the edge of a round tablecloth. So here's a round tablecloth. If we're going to go around something, that is called the what? Circumference. Circumference is found by doing what? Circumference equals pi times the diameter. Or you could also think of it as 2 pi r, but 2 times the radius is the same as the diameter. It says diameter is 60 inches. How much trim does she need? Well, we have pi, and now we have a 60, and we could say 60 pi and leave it like that, but probably you want to multiply, that's okay, times 3.14. And when you multiply those things together, you get 188.4 inches. Okay, that's an estimate because it's 3.14. Number 12. We have a table here showing, it says fill in the table, write an equation showing the relationship between the number of boxes they can pack and the amount of time it takes. This is a tricky one here, so you have to think through the table and figure out maybe how much happens in one day, how much happens, a number that you know, hard to say, but I'll let you figure that one out though. This is going to take some thinking, but I'm going to let you do this one, and there you go. 13, the last one here, making a scaled copy. Scaled copy, it says the scale factor is 2, which means we're going to take the lengths and multiply everything by 2. So for example, AD, we could put A right here. If this was 1, to multiply by 2, we're going to go 1, 2, and make that there. And I'm going to label that, if you recall, as A prime and D prime. Let's do a diagonal one, because that's usually where kids get a little messed up. This one we're going down 1 over 1, so to make it times 2, I'm going to go down 2 over 2. Does that make sense? So I'm going to make it this long. And if you think about it, this was only 1 diagonal length, now I'm 2 diagonal lengths. So that's where C prime is going to be. So continue that for the other mark so you have a scaled copy. It should look just like this one, except twice as large. That's it for today. Have a great day, and we will see you next time.